Hi there, YouTubers. Mika Team West Coast Media Solutions coming back at you once again with another awesome tip video. So a lot of you guys are new entrepreneurs and you're looking for ways to fund your business. Well, I'm sure one of these ways that I'm going to talk about you probably have heard about, but in case you haven't, I'm going to go through some of the features of it. And because if you're like me, I've known about it, but I never really quite looked into it. So I'm going to go over some of those details. And then the other one is something that I just learned about recently. So you don't want to miss this, because if you are struggling to get the things that you need, supplies, tools, marketing, due to lack of capital, then you want to stay tuned to learn about these two awesome strategies that, if you don't need credit, or good credit anyways, to take advantage of them. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with you. All right, folks, welcome back. Good to see you guys again. Again, like I said, Mika Tini, entrepreneur, author of the new Practical Guide to Self-Mastery. Is Your Thinking Stinking? Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. Available on Kindle and Amazon, and soon will be available on Audible. West Coast Media Solutions for all of your online marketing media needs. We're here to help. We work with entrepreneurs as well as new authors and career professionals. So with that being said, I know just from being in a couple of Facebook groups for entrepreneurs that a lot of folks are struggling with capital and being able to get the things that they need for their business, or for marketing and things like that. And some of that is due to the fact that their business is brand new, and some of it could be due to the fact that their personal credit is not so good. Okay, so while you're working on building your personal credit and your business credit, there are a couple of options for you. And you do want to make sure that you are actually set up as a business. And what I mean by that is you need to make sure you have your EIN number. You need to make sure that you have registered with the Secretary of State for your state as either an S Corp or a C Corp or an LLC, one of those particular entities. I am a C Corp. I don't want lenders to be looking at my personal credit. I want them to only focus on my business credit, which is why I am actively building my business credit now that I am incorporated. Okay, so with that being said, the first option for you to get some capital, and I'm talking, from a few $100s to a few $1,000s. So this isn't a ton of money, but could provide some seed money to help you maybe, get your website done, which you can do a website for no money, really, virtually at all. And you need to have a website set up as well. When you go to get your LLC or your S Corp or your C Corp, you need to have a website, and you need to have a business phone number, not using your personal cell phone number, okay? Those are some of the things that the lenders are going to look at. And also the Secretary of State, when you're filling out the application for that, it asks you for those things. So, if this is not just a hobby that you're doing, but you're truly, started a business, then you need to totally present yourself and be set up as a business. And you'll also need to have those things in place to get a business checking account. So you're going to have a website, you're going to need to have a business phone number, and you're going to need to have your EIN number, and you're going to need to have your seal or your certificate of good standing from the Secretary of State, which is what you get when you fill out the application to get your LLC or your S Corp or your C Corp. So So we're just going to go from the premise that you have all those things in place. And with those things in place, then you can look at applying PayPal. Okay. Now, one of the caveats with PayPal is that you do need to be in business or have established your business. I believe minimum is 3 months, but I think they more so are looking for about 9 months in some revenue flowing through your PayPal account. So you want to make sure your website is set up to accept payment through PayPal, because you want all of your revenue that you're earning to run through your PayPal account, so that PayPal can see that your business is making money and it's coming right through their system. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go to the PayPal website and just kind of read through what their financing options are. Okay, so we're just going to scroll through here. So when you go on PayPal, you're just going to go to business up here, and then you're going to click on for businesses, and then that's going to get you down to this page. And you can, call and speak to someone if you like, or you can, before you do that, you can just kind of scroll down. They have a lot of information on their website for you to be able to read before you even pick up the phone and call anyone. So their financing options are PayPal working capital, and then a PayPal business loan. Okay. So with the working capital, it basically says access to operating cash is essential for smooth operations. The PayPal Commerce platform makes it easy to apply for funds you need, choose from different financing and repayment options to fit your business. Basically, the working capital program works they base it on your PayPal account history. A PayPal working capital business loan does not require a credit check, so there's no credit check that they're going to do. So if you have been in business for a little while, but you don't have any business credit yet, that's fine, because they're not going to check your business credit, nor are they going to check your personal credit. Okay, and they're basically just strictly looking at what type of income that you have coming through your PayPal account. And these are fixed loans, and the way they're repaid is they base it on a percentage of your PayPal sales. So if you're making sales, every day, then I believe they'll take like an average of what your sales are, and then base the payment amount on a percentage of that. And let's click here to learn a little bit more. Okay, so again, the payments are flexible. You have to do a minimum payment at least every 90 days, so that's good. So it's not like as soon as you make a sale, you're having to make a payment. You can. I would advise that you do, because while you got the money, just consider that the cost of doing business, basically. I wouldn't wait, every 90 days to make a payment on my PayPal loan. Or it's really more like a line of credit. The fee is fixed. They let you know what that fee is when you apply. Again, there's no credit check. They're strictly looking at your PayPal account history. And then you get the money within minutes. It doesn't take, but maybe probably about 2 to 5 minutes, and you have an answer. Or less than that if the answer is no. And so let's go back to the other one. The other one is the business loan. So with the business loan, it's based on a full picture of your business, and you make regular weekly payments, and they're automatic. So you know what to expect. Let's read a little bit more about that. You can apply either over the phone or online, and which I would do online because it's faster. It's going to be a delay if you try to do it over the phone. You pay one fixed fee price, and there's no late fees. You can pay it off early, and there's no processing fee or anything like that. Although it looks like here in the small print, in addition to the total loan fee, The only other cost is $20 return item fee that is only assessed if a payment is returned. So if you make a payment and then it comes in the NSF, then they're going to charge you $20 for that, which I would not recommend you do that. You can choose your loan terms, and your loan amount. And so it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, pretty easy. You can click here to check eligibility, and that's pretty much it. So if you haven't set up a PayPal account, I suggest you do so. I like using it just for the simple fact that when I'm buying stuff for personal reasons, if there's any problems, then if I don't ever get the item, or if I don't get what I actually ordered, or things like that, then I can file a dispute. And a lot of times you provide documentation and PayPal will refund you your money, and then they'll deal with the vendor or the seller. So you don't have to, hassle with that. Once they refund you your money, they'll go after them for them to get PayPal to get reimbursed. That's why I try to use PayPal for anything that I buy online. Now, one of the downsides with using PayPal to buy stuff, or with using PayPal to have people pay you as the business owner, is if it's a high ticket amount and they're not used to seeing that high dollar amount of purchases being made with your account, or in your business, then they will put a hold on it for a period of time before they'll release the full amount to you. So especially when it's you don't really have a track record of let's say you make $1,000 sale, but your average sale is usually no more than about $200 or something like that. And then that's probably going to send up a red flag, and they'll probably put a hold on that money for a little while before they release it all to you. This is pretty standard protocol. This will happen when you deposit a check at your bank of any significant amount. Banks will usually put a hold on, let's say you deposit $1,000 check. They're only going to release probably like $100 to you, and then they're going to put a hold on the $900 for a few days. The bigger the check, the longer the hold. I've sold real estate and have deposited checks for 70 grand, 100 grand, or whatever, and they have put a hold on the bulk of that money for I think around 5 to 7 days or something like that. But they can do it for up to like 10, I think. And it is frustrating, I know, but at the same time, it's for your protection, because if somebody does hack into your account or something like that, you don't want them to have access to all of your money. So you want, the bank or the lending institution or whatever it is to have some protocols and some precautionary steps in there, so that someone isn't able to completely rip you off. Okay, and then so that's PayPal. The other one is something that I just learned about recently, and I tested it out because I wanted to see how legit it was. So I actually tested it out, and I did get approved within a matter of a minute or two. It was pretty quick. So let me share my screen here and go to that tab. So this is the other one that I just learned about, and basically this is it's a line of credit, and it's kind of like it's basically kind of like a cash advance, and but you do need to have steady income for this one. There's no credit check or anything, but they just do a soft pull, so it doesn't affect your personal credit score. But you do need to have a steady income source like that from a job or Social Security or something like that, because they are going to ask you, your place of employment, or if you're self-employed, the name of your business. And then they are going to also ask you to connect your bank accounts that you use to pay your bills. Okay, so then you type in that information, and you need to, bank online. Like if you have an account with Chase, you need to do online banking, because they're going to ask you for your to type in your username and your password so they can connect to your Chase account, for example, and they're going to scan it. And what they're looking for is direct deposits from your job or whatever. They're looking to see that you got cash flow coming in. And they're probably also checking to see what type of debts or payments that you're making going out. And you basically, you pick how much you're looking for. And then the little application is real brief. You type in that information, and then within a matter of a minute or two, it spits back a decision, and you just put in your bank account information, your routing number and account number, because you want to get it direct deposited. Otherwise, if you want paper check, then that's going to delay you getting the money. But if you do direct deposit, then they will, once you sign the agreement, they will deposit the money into your account. I think if it's not immediately, by the next day or something like that. I got all the way up to the point of signing the agreement, and then I didn't sign it because I didn't really want to take out the money, but I wanted to see what the process was so that I could be able to explain to you guys of how it works. Now, I have to forewarn you that the terms are no freaking joke. So if you go this route, you definitely want to make sure that you have a solid plan in place of what you want to do with the money. And you need to know what type of return that you're calculating that you're going to make by using this money, because this money is expensive, very expensive. As you can see, the APRs down here are no joke. And this is, because they're not checking your credit, this is, going to be for people that your personal credit is not good. And so you want to make sure that if you do go this route, to get a couple $100 or to get a couple $1,000 or whatever, that you're using it for something that's going to make you money, because this money is expensive. I mean, they've got an interest rate up to 450%. I mean, it's really usury, talking about it. Actually, no, it's even worse than that, up to 1,386%. It is outrageous. If you need the money to make a purchase or to run some marketing campaigns that you're pretty confident is going to net you a couple $1,000 revenue, then maybe this might be worth it to get you going. But I wouldn't do this and then not have a plan in place on how I'm going to use this money to make money, because it is costly. So if you borrow at $2,500 over a 1-year term, and the terms are really short, they're going to be requiring you to make payments. I believe it's either monthly or bi-weekly or weekly, depending on how you get paid from your job or whatever your source of income is. You're going to pay, in this example, and this is with an APR of 10% and a 3% fee. You're going to pay $219.79 each month. Total amount payable will be $2,637 with interest of $137.48. So, like I said, it's not exactly cheap. And this is ridiculous, because I doubt they give to anybody hardly a 10% rate. The rate is going to be more like a payday loan, where it's going to be at least 100% or more. And this is their little disclosure here. They are not a lender. But their platform basically brings together various lenders. And so they're just letting you know that. But yeah, if you need the money real quick, because you're running a campaign that you feel pretty certain is going to yield you good results in terms of sales, then maybe this might be a way for you to go, so that you can really launch your business or keep your business going until you've got enough revenue coming in consistently to where you don't have to resort to this avenue, or you've built up some history with PayPal. And so maybe 6 months from now you can go through PayPal working capital program, where the rates and the terms are much more favorable than this. But yeah, so this is one. This is the other second option, and I'm going to throw in a little bonus for you guys as well, and talk to you guys about a third option to help you build your credit or rebuild your personal credit, and that is Credit One Bank. Credit One Bank, if you've had some credit challenges, they're a great card to get. You're not going to get a huge limit, at least not initially. But if you've got credit challenges and your scores are low, then you can apply with Credit One, and you have a pretty good chance of getting approved. You probably get approved for anywhere from $300 to $1,000 limit. It's unsecured. It's just like any other regular type of credit card. They do have an annual fee, which for the first year is $75, and then after that, I think it's $99 a month. Not a month, a year. So that is an option. In terms of for business credit, you can look at secured business cards as a way to build business credit with. And there's several different companies out there that offer secured business cards to help you build your business credit that you can look into. And I'll do a video on those so that you guys will know which ones to look at and to consider. So that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope you found this video helpful, and get out there, continue moving forward. Don't give up. Things do get rough. They get hard. They get challenging for all of us. You're not out there. You're not alone. You're not the only one that experiences challenges. We all experience various, challenges. Entrepreneurship is not for the weak. So you have to know that getting into it. If you're not getting sales and you just launched your business in the last few months or 6 months or whatever the case may be, make sure that you are set up as a business and that it's not just a side hustle. I've seen someone post in a group that I'm in that they've only gotten one sale since they launched their business 6 months ago. And so I looked on their personal page. It's not set up. It's not structured, letting anyone know really that they started a business. I don't think that they have a personal business Facebook page. They don't have a website. They referred people to their Instagram. So it's like, are you really in business? Why is it surprising to you that you've only gotten one sale? You don't have a website. So how can people even know, to buy from you? Instagram is not a website. Your Instagram should be to build a following and to direct people to your website, not to use Instagram as your website. If you have tangible products, then I would suggest at the very least selling them on Etsy, listing them on Etsy, if you're not ready to create a website, which is, really easy. It's not difficult to do, and it doesn't really cost much in the way of money. You can utilize a company called Site123, and I'll put my link in the description, my affiliate link. I earn a little bit if you use my link, no extra cost to you, so I'd appreciate that. but you can create a site within minutes using a website using site123.com. You can set up your products on Etsy. Probably take you 15-20 minutes to do. I would suggest if you are struggling to get sales that you create a website, but while you're in the meantime of doing that, at the very least, list your products on Etsy. That is not going to take you no time, and everything is already set up and in place on Etsy in terms of receiving payments and all of that. So at the very least, do that, and then market and promote your Etsy page. And if you need some working capital for marketing, watch some videos on YouTube on how to create good ads, profitable ads, and then utilize one of these sources that I've mentioned to get some working capital.